Repair Clinic encourages you to perform this procedure safely. In this video, we will show one or more of these icons to alert you when to use caution. Most dishwasher repairs will require some disassembly of the appliance. Before you attempt this, you should turn off the power supply to your dishwasher. To remove the water supply tube, open the dishwasher door and remove the lower dish rack. Pull the upper rack forward and depress the retaining tabs to fully remove the rack. Use a small flathead screwdriver to release the support tabs to detach the upper wash arm. Use a 1/4-inch socket or nut driver to unthread the screw securing the water supply tube to the top of the tank. Pull the tabs back to release the tube from the rear of the tank. Then bend the tube forward to release it from the pump housing. Reinstall or replace the water supply tube by aligning the heating element in the support as you insert the tube into the pump housing. Snap the adapter port into place on the rear tank retaining bracket. Align the tube on the upper support, snap it into position, and rethread the screw. Align the upper wash arm on the water supply tube and snap it into place. Realign the upper dish rack on the support rails and push forward to lock it into position. Then replace the lower rack. Use the 1/4-inch socket or nut driver to remove the screws, securing the lower access panel. Remove the panel, along with any insulation, and you can access components like the water inlet valve and the turbidity sensor. To access the main control board, remove the 2 inner screws securing the control board support panel. Disconnect the door wire connector from the panel. Use a 5/16" socket or nut driver to unthread the screw securing the junction box cover. Pull the cover off. You can now drop the support panel down and pull it out. To reinstall the control board support panel, make sure the wires are aligned in the slot. Then reposition the panel. Replace the screws to secure. Connect the door wire connector. To remove components inside the door, or parts like the heating element or drain hoses, you will need to uninstall the dishwasher from the cabinet. Make sure the water supply valve is shut off, as well as the power supply. Use channel lock pliers to help unthread the water supply line fitting from the inlet valve. Be prepared for some water to spill. Note the location of the wires in the junction box. Then untwist the wire nuts to disconnect the wires. Unthread the strain relief nut and detach the strain relief from the junction box. Next, disconnect the drain hose from the sink or garbage disposer and feed it through the cabinet. Open the dishwasher door and remove the mounting bracket screws. To move the dishwasher, you may need to adjust the legs to lower the appliance. Now, to avoid damage, very carefully pull the dishwasher away from the cabinet. To remove the door, first unhook both door cables from the hinges. Disconnect the door wire connector and detach the wires from the retainer. Now open the door and lift up to remove it from the hinge supports. To disassemble the door, use the 1/4-inch socket or nut driver to unthread the 2 lower screws securing the hinges. Slide the hinges out. Now remove the upper screws securing the inner door panel to the outer panel. Slide the inner panel up to detach, and you can reach the detergent dispenser and the user interface board. When the repair is complete, realign the tabs on the inner panel with the slots on the outer panel and slide the inner panel down. Replace the screws to secure the 2 panels. Reposition both door hinges on the support rails and replace the screws to secure. Reinstall the door by aligning the hinge pins in the hinge supports. Close the door. Then reconnect the door wire connector and secure the wires in the retainer. Hook both door cables onto the hinges. For better access to components underneath the base, remove the insulating blanket. Then tip the dishwasher back so it rests on its back panel. Now unthread the screws securing the drip tray. Remove the tray to expose the circulation and drain pump assemblies. After you've completed the repair, reposition the drip tray and secure it with the screws. Return the dishwasher to its upright position and realign the insulating blanket. Before you reinstall the dishwasher, make sure the end of the drain hose is accessible through the cabinet wall. Then gently slide the dishwasher back into the cabinet. Adjust the leveling legs if necessary. Replace the screws to secure the mounting brackets to the cabinet or countertop. Feed the drain hose through the cabinet and connect it to the sink drain or disposer. Make sure the hose is elevated above the connection point. Fully position the wire strain relief in the junction box and secure the strain relief nut. Connect the wires using the wire nuts. Align the cover and replace the screw to secure. Reconnect the water supply line to the inlet valve. Replace any insulation. Reposition the lower access panel and secure it with the screws. With the appliance fully reassembled, turn the water supply back on, as well as the power, and your dishwasher should be ready for use.